across the World Wide Web, on your mobile devices, on social media platforms. This is Jambo Radio! www.jamboradio.co.uk. We are multilingual. We are conversational in the languages you best understand. We are Jambo Radio! Jambo Radio, inspiring transformation.
You are listening to Jambo Radio Scotland, online, on your smart speakers, and on DAB digital radio in Edinburgh and Glasgow. You can download the Jambo Radio app on Google Play and App Store. Now, it's time for our conversations with inspirational individuals in Scotland and beyond. This is a moment with Sade and Enoch.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Moments with Sade and Enoch. My name is Enoch and Sade is actually in London. She's gone to London. She's gone to London Fashion Week. So I was gonna say I'm stuck here with you, but I'm happy to be here. I'm not mixing with the glamour and glitz of London Fashion Week, but lovely to have another guest with us here today, Mr. Commando, and we're going to dive into the conversation with him around his music and I guess beyond his music and more about what drives him, what excites him, and sort of how he gets on with his creative side. So his journey is a masterclass in resilience, rhythm, and reinvention. His story is about identity, belonging, and finding your beats in a new world. You know, before we continue, why not join the conversation? You can join us on Instagram. We are Jambo Radio Scotland. You can join us on, you can send us an email. It's info@jamboradio.co.uk. We are also on Twitter or X. It's at Jambo Radio 1, and we're on Facebook at Jambo Radio Scotland. You can also download the Jambo Radio app on the App Store. App Store is Apple. On the App Store, so it's Jambo Radio Scotland on the App Store or on the Google Play Store. We are there. Download the app and you can listen to all the episodes of this program or all the other programs being produced across the radio station. There are lots of programs around music, culture, politics, business. So I'm sure you will find something that interests you that you can plug in and just listen to regularly. But thank you for joining us today. So my guest today is Mr. Commando. And, you know, the story of our guest represents how one voice can turn pavement into performance, how street rhythm becomes stage music, and how stepping into a new environment can forge not just sound, but a soul. With us in the studio is none other than Mr. Commando, also known as Francis Bond. That's Drum roll. That's Bond with a double D. He's going to explain that one after.
Sure.
The vocalist who's become a street soul anthem across Scotland. Head up and down Glasgow streets. Let's welcome Mr. Commando to today's show. Mr. Commando, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Enoch. Thank you for having me.
And do you want us to call you Mr. Commando or Francis or Bond or Francis Bond or
Francis Bond?
Francis Bond is good. Okay.
Mr. Commando is for the streets.
It's for the streets. So we are off streets for now. So stay in house. Okay. So Francis Bond, in 30 seconds, can you describe who you are without telling us what you do? So don't tell us about the music and don't tell us what you do to earn income. Who is Mr. Francis Bond?
I'm a happy soul, and I like to write. I like to see people smile.
Okay.
And I like to see people eat and dance.
Okay.
That's
me. Who you are. Fantastic. And I guess that then translates into everything you do with your music.
Exactly.
And the feeling and the energy you give through your music, right? And I'm always interested in names, so I've got a few to dive in there. So the first one I'll pick up on is Bond, the double D.
Okay.
So what's that name? Where does that name come from?
I watched too many James Bond movies.
Okay.
And I was like, I like how sleek and how charming he looks.
Okay.
I want to be like this, but not in the movie industry, but like in the music industry.
Perfect.
So, but I also have a meaning. So Bond means brave one never dies.
Is that the real meaning of Bond?
No,
that's
own
meaning?
Just me. It
Okay.
just makes me feel like
Okay, the acronym.
Yeah.
Right. Brave one never dies. Okay.
So I just put the double D just to distinguish myself from James Bond.
Perfect.
Save myself
Perfect.
from trademark, Yeah.
Fantastic. It's interesting. I'll tell you a funny story. This is true story, right? So
Tell me.
when we were growing up, we didn't grow up with a lot of technology, right? When I say we, I mean me and my siblings.
Okay.
So eventually, years later, my parents got a bit of money and they were able to afford a VCD player. Do you know
I remember.
VCD player, right? So it's the one between the old cassette and DVD. Is the technology in between those two, VCD player. So I think when they bought that VCD player, true story, they gave them some free VCDs to go with it. Okay. One of it was one of the old Bond movies, maybe one of the ones from the 70s or 80s, right?
Sean Connery or?
I can't remember. But I remember, because then when I was watching it, I didn't know who these people were. Okay. I was in Nigeria, they were just these people. I didn't know much about Bond then. I mean, I didn't watch a lot of TV. So, the story is set in Nigeria where we have power cuts now and again. So we started watching it. I'm sure they brought it, we set it up, and then maybe the next day when our parents were not at home, we stuck the James Bond movie on and we started watching it. There was power cuts, and then we stopped, and then when the power came back on, we started again. So the point I'm trying to make is we kept starting again, not knowing there was a fast forward button. This is true story. I'm not making this up. Until one day, with the controls, someone just pressed something by accident and it was just speeding along. I'm like, you can't fast forward.
See what's happening, right?
And that was how we were able to eventually finish that Bond movie. I wish I remember which of the Bond movies it was. And that was part of the reasons why I love Celine Dion as well, because part of the VCD we got was Celine Dion.
True that. I think we had the Celine Dion CD too. A New Day Has Come.
Yes. So my wife does not understand why I love Celine. I'm like, because that was one of my first introductions.
It's true.
So I used to tell her then that the only artist I think, or one of the few artists I will go and watch is Celine Dion. But the funny thing was, when she was coming to Edinburgh, I checked the ticket. It was £500. I was like, I love Celine Dion, but maybe not today. Maybe not today.
That's how many hours shift.
That's a lot of work, right? But so that's where you got Bond from. And then where did you get Mr. Commando from?
From the streets.
Okay.
So it happened on TikTok, and I'm always very interactive with my followers. So I was just I wore a kilt on I just saw the comment section. You need to go Commando, and then I didn't understand what it means. So I checked Google and it's like,
oh, you're wearing kilt.
Yeah, I wore
and then they said you should go Commando.
Yeah, I wore a kilt. So someone's like, did you go Commando on that kilt? And I'm like, I didn't know what that meant. So when I checked it, I just started laughing. I'm like, so to go Commando means this, okay. And it just so I wrote a song about it, which was like my most popular song before this new song that dropped, and it's called Love to Be a Scotsman.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be bigger than Commando.
Okay.
Because it's like buzzing everywhere. It might even be like the World Cup song.
Okay. Will you be playing it for us today?
I don't know, because it's not clean.
Not yet. Okay. But you got something else you want to play for us today.
Sure.
Fantastic. So Mr. Commando, and then there's a new one you just released, and that could be a World Cup song for Scotland. Wow, that's impressive. It's a lifetime thing, right? The World Cup, the fact that Scotland is going to the World Cup, and at least we've got a country to support. Our home country has not particularly impressed.
I feel bad. I was even hoping like, what if Nigeria qualifies? Then there's like Nigeria and Scotland.
That would be dope, right? That would be something.
So good, like.
But Nigeria played Scotland once.
Really?
Yeah, Nigeria played Scotland once, not too long ago, while I've been in the UK. And when that game was coming up, I was thinking, of course, we're going to destroy Scotland. Like,
did we win?
No.
Scotland won?
They beat us.
Really?
And there was, I don't know if I should say this on. I mean, no, this is public knowledge. There's a lot of conversation around. There were they threw the game. Like, they beat us in a ridiculous way. Like, even there was a time the keeper was supposed to catch the ball and literally just dropped it. It was that silly.
Oh, really? I need to go watch that.
Yeah. It wasn't that long ago. So, probably in the last... I've been here for too long. But must have been in the window of the last... was before I got married. So, in the last 15 years.
Oh,
so
really?
Maybe between 2010 and 2015.
Oh, okay.
Somewhere there. Because I was excited about it. I was like, what are the chances?
It can't happen now, I think, because...
Hopefully. But so Francis Bond, what brought you to the UK? I've heard your accents. You don't sound like my brothers and sisters on the streets of Glasgow. So it doesn't sound like you're born in Scotland or the UK. So what brought you to the UK?
I wasn't born here. I'm speaking Glasgow language. I wasn't born
you
here.
Wasn't yeah?
No.
Where were you born?
Lagos, Nigeria. What brought me to Scotland? I mean, I'm an engineer, so I was looking to do a master's in sustainable engineering, and I was doing my research, and Scotland is like #1 for sustainability. So, so I actually
is it really?
Yeah.
Okay, like for sustainability, or for degrees or programs in sustainability.
Like for renewables, Scotland is the pioneer of that whole movement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So the clean energy and all that. So.
Okay.
So I checked University of Strathclyde, and I just came to study, and I wanted to get a job and move to Australia. I didn't want to work here. I wanted to just move to, because I have family in Perth. And but I think as I just landed.
Where did you land into? Glasgow or Edinburgh?
It was Glasgow. Like I landed in Heathrow first,
Okay.
and I think I took another plane to.
Okay.
I mean, it was cold, but I just felt like a spirit was. I felt a
feels like
good
home.
feel. Yeah, I just felt.
What month of the year was it?
September.
September. Okay.
Like 4 years ago. So, I mean, I was in a hotel, Euro Hostel. It's closed now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's where I met this young man.
Okay. These were the earlier days.
when
right?
my money had expired and I was looking for where to go, I saw him in the lobby and I'm like, bros, do you have anywhere I can stay? So that's how we met, and we've been friends since that
then.
time. So
Okay, interesting, because my wife's experience coming to Scotland for the first time was, so that was her coming from Lagos as well, flew into maybe London and then to Glasgow, and she landed in January. And anytime it comes to her mind, she says this. I've heard this story 10 million times. She said she remembered coming out of the plane and thinking, this is not real. The cold. So she was thinking maybe there's artificial coldness
like
at that
AC.
entrance. Yes. She said she felt like she was being dropped in a freezer.
yes, that's
So
cold
coming
touches
from
you
Lagos,
like
it just
force.
hits you. And
Hits
it
you.
was later she realized, no, it's not a false whether that's welcome to
That's
Scotland.
the real deal, man. Like even when I was getting into the taxi from the airport, as I just came out, I was like, okay, we're ready for this. And
And so I mean, I think you've sort of shared what the early experience was like for you. I mean, getting hostel and then of course starting your degree, your masters.
Yeah.
Was that a 12 months program or 18
Yeah, 12 months.
program? Okay. How did that go?
yeah, it was good. I graduated well.
Okay.
I got a job before I even finished.
All right,
Because
congratulations.
I was applying like.
Okay.
I was like,
in sustainability.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm working in the renewable sector.
Okay.
So I was just like determined. I was like, man, Francis, you're gonna work in whatever you studied. You're gonna
Mhm.
practice.
Mhm.
And a lot of prayers. We're very spiritual people.
Yep.
And I just kept getting a lot of rejections, but I didn't stop
And
till I got it. Yeah.
And there was something said there. I want to touch on it. The point around when you landed, you just felt at
Yeah.
peace or
Yeah.
at ease. Can you share that with us? Can you dive a bit deeper into that?
I feel like it's more spiritual stuff. It feels
Okay.
like something like destiny, I think.
Okay.
Because I didn't even know Glasgow existed. I mean, I knew places like London, but just imagine Glasgow was never like a city that I knew about, So, but when I just came out, I walked out of the hotel. I was just walking down. I was just seeing the people. I went to an African restaurant to eat, and
Which one do you remember the name?
Calabash.
Ah. Yeah.
Because that was the closest.
Okay.
I didn't want to eat KFC,
Okay.
and then I was just seeing the people. I was just hearing the accents, because my brother had warned me that you're not gonna understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I didn't get it till I started to hear like,
Yeah.
"You alright, pal?" But I don't know. It just felt good.
Yeah.
That's all I could say. Like,
Yeah.
something about vibes. You can't
Yeah.
explain it, but
Yeah.
you can feel
Feels
it.
that connection.
Yeah.
Right. Makes sense. I remember, so my own experience was Liverpool. So Liverpool was where I did my degree. So coming straight from Nigeria to Liverpool. And I remember getting in the taxi at the train station, Liverpool Lime Street, and the guy driving me to my accommodation. That journey must have been, looking back now, of that 10, 15 minutes.
Oh.
I did not hear a word of what that guy said. But this guy was being nice, was chatting on.
Speaking so fast.
Liverpool is I don't know if you've been there or if you know anything about Liverpool.
We're going
Friendly
there.
city.
We're going there in March
You're gonna love it.
with the Tartan Army.
You're gonna love
I'm
it.
going to be playing my new song.
No way. No way. Fantastic.
You know, Scotland is playing Cote d'Ivoire.
No, I don't. Or football or
Yeah,
okay.
friendly match.
Okay,
So
okay.
we're going to be
In
there.
Liverpool.
In Liverpool.
All right. Okay.
So we're going to be there, man.
Okay. Okay. Maybe I should look into that as well. So are you going to entertain or as a fan?
So I'm going there's the Tartan Army. They're like the Scottish football fan
supporters. Okay.
supporters. So,
okay.
so before the match, we were like all in the bar.
All right.
on,
Okay.
On our kilts and just chanting Scottish songs. So,
Okay.
so I'm going to be that guy playing the guitar for the people.
What day in March?
31st. 31st is the
28th
day.
is a Saturday, so 31st will be 3 days after. So Tuesday.
So 31st is the day of the match.
Okay.
The match is on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I'll be playing on Monday, the day before. We're gonna
Okay.
have a party then.
Okay. Okay.
Then I think on the day after the match, I'm still gonna play. So
Right.
it's-
Okay.
2 days.
Interesting. Fantastic. That's so good luck with that.
Thank you.
I mean, now that you're familiar with the Scottish accent, it's probably not going to be a big shock for you.
I mean, I can understand, but I can't speak it though.
Yeah. So Liverpool accent is very sing-songy, so it feels like they're singing.
Really?
Yeah. It's an amazing accent. So it took me a while. It's funny how the brain works, right? When I
They're
first got
called the
there, Scouts. Yeah.
Scouts. Okay.
I didn't understand anything, and then weeks and months later, I wasn't thinking about it. I just realized I can understand them now.
Yeah.
So for now, the brain just rewires and reprocesses everything,
Adapts.
almost like AI.
Yeah,
Just
true.
reprocesses
Our brain
everything,
Our
yeah.
brain is like
And just,
our brain is like computer, man.
but so when you came to the UK, what was the plan? So you said the plan is come to do a master's. Was music part of that plan?
Never.
Okay.
Like
well,
I had stopped because
so
it
you
was.
stopped. So it was something you were doing before.
I mean, I was working, but I was doing it in Nigeria, but because of the style, I couldn't really reach as many people.
Okay. You're not
'Cause-
doing tumba.
Yeah, I wasn't doing like the Afrobeat
yeah,
sound. I was
yeah.
doing more of like the indie sound and the guitar kind of rock sound.
Yeah.
So they couldn't really relate because it's all about the melody and the rhythm there.
Mhm.
But here it's all about that, that's acoustic folk storytelling. So I just feel like I wasn't fitting in there, not
Mhm.
because they didn't like me but just because it wasn't for that climate and my nature too. Like
Yeah. You're
yeah.
calm.
Yeah, so
You're calm. Yeah.
so most times they expected me to be something else,
Yeah.
to speak like the slang
In a
on the
certain
streets,
way,
but
yeah.
I wasn't.
That was not you.
I wasn't a street person, so
Yeah.
I just didn't know.
I
How,
will be this guy.
yeah. So if you want to try to fit into that whole street
Yeah.
vibe, but it
Yeah.
was just fake. And
Yeah.
I mean, I did a couple of songs
Yes.
like there's Calabar Girlfriend, there's Story for the Girl. Those are like there's Just Save Me. Those are like Afrobeat songs.
Okay.
You can find them on Spotify,
Okay.
but I wasn't just okay. I wasn't feeling okay doing those
Okay.
songs because I knew I wanted to sing like blues. I wanted to sing
Okay.
like pop songs,
Okay.
just my style. But
Okay.
Scotland allows me to do that.
Okay.
And-
And has there been a change in the attitude of the Nigerian music listeners then towards that? Because I would have thought so. So there was a time when people like Omale would not have succeeded in Nigeria, like no chance. But
Yeah.
now these guys are crushing it. They are crushing it just as well as or even better than some of the Afrobeat guys. So do you think maybe there's a changing attitude towards the kind of music, and it doesn't necessarily have to be Afrobeat every time to be successful?
I think it also comes with like your age and I mean like Omale and these
You're
guys.
what, 22?
I never say my age though, but I'm not in that 20 range,
Yeah. Yeah.
But those guys, Afrobeats is like for the youngins,
Yeah.
like so you can't really expect people in my generation to be singing that style.
Mm-mm.
Not because we can't do it, but it's just more like it goes well with the younger ones like Rema, and
Yep.
it
Yep.
just looks so youthful
Yep.
and talking about ladies, talking about.
Yep.
But I'm singing about
He's singing about ladies, not singing about ladies anymore.
I mean, I'm singing about ladies, but I'm singing about
in a different
way. I'm singing about love. I'm singing about, because I'm working on a project called Chaotic Romantic.
Okay.
So it's like more soul, and we're talking about love in a different way.
I can give you some lyrics to that song. I think that's what
I need lyrics.
That's how my wife would describe me: chaotic, romantic.
Yeah.
My romance is very chaotic. It's not, unfortunately, I'm not those perfect romantic.
But
guys.
that's what causes the tension and makes it more interesting. Like,
interesting. So, what was it like then? So you somehow felt, I could do my blues here in Scotland. How did you then manage to go about that on that journey, and while you're also navigating university career and all that?
Okay, so when I was studying, I just wanted to focus because I wanted to graduate well. I hadn't been in school for a long time, so I had to do a lot of reloading and learning all the differentiation, integration, like engineering stuff. It was tough. Like, I remember when Michael, then I was in his sister's house, and he would just be like, "What are you doing?" Like, and I'm just on the laptop trying to figure it out, But I saw a busker one day in Paisley, and he was playing, and he offered me his guitar, and that was the first time I played, and I just saw the reaction of the people, and some women were just smiling and happy, and I was like, okay. And they came after I played, and they're like, "Do you play around here?"
Mm-hmm.
So it just made me know that, okay, that could work, because that was like a test, And then I got the speakers and the guitar, and that's how I just started. It was very hard because it was cold.
Yeah.
So I couldn't really play the guitar, like my hands used to freeze. So that's when I started using the instrumentals and just play so that my hands can be in the gloves. And then I started to learn a lot of songs, and I was working in the bars, so I could see the songs that they liked.
Yes, of popular songs.
Yeah, the popular
sweet.
Exactly.
That'll get everyone going.
Exactly. So I was working like Murrayfield, like sometimes the parties, the crossover parties, and Glitter Fest and all those parties, and I could just see the songs that were popping, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna learn the song. So I put those ones on my list. So whenever I'm singing them, they just stop. How does this guy? And I was singing the Scottish songs with the Scottish accent because I love the accent though.
Yeah.
So that's how I just started, and I was just posting. Then I did like a busking tour.
Okay.
I started to go to these places that nobody will ever go to. Saltcoats, Air. I'll just put my speaker. I'll just take a train.
Yeah.
And I went
just by yourself.
Just myself. I was like the bravest guy, man. And whenever I just stepped into the town, like people would just be looking at me like. But whenever the music starts, they just come and. There was a time even in Saltcoats, like the police even were driving past me, like, because it was really strange to see a black guy, you know. And then, but after that, like when I post the videos, they were like, "Come back." I went to Dundee, I went to Aberdeen, I went to Perth, I went to Edinburgh. I don't like what happened in Edinburgh.
We're gonna get into that.
that's why I don't go to Edinburgh that often.
Okay.
I still have beef with Edinburgh.
Okay.
But we can resolve it someday.
Yeah, it can be resolved. I know a few guys in Edinburgh we can have a round table and resolve it.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. So it was not in the plans.
No.
And that chance encounter in Paisley kicked it off essentially.
Yeah, it did, man.
But you've always been a music guy. So when you came to Scotland, you were just thinking, I'll just leave that and just focus on this self-sustainability and saving the world type thing. And then that was just a catalyst. It can't have been easy though, just going from playing that guy's guitar to then starting your own thing. How did you get there mentally around, okay, I can do this, I can stand in front of a crowd that don't know me. I'm willing to be embarrassed. How did you build that up? Or did you already have that as an artist?
I didn't have it as much as I started to have it, but but as an artist, you have zero shame.
Yeah, you must be ready for ridicule.
Yeah, you must be shameless. Like they've stoned me eggs. They've abused.
Where did they stone your eggs?
On Buchanan Street.
No way. I thought that story was unique to me.
Like my speakers and everything was just
boiled egg or raw eggs?
Raw eggs, like on my speakers and everything.
Did you capture that in content though? That would be good content.
Yeah, I think there's a post on it. Like,
okay.
The video did like almost 200k views.
Nice.
But I mean, if it was boiled egg, I could have had it as lunch or something.
It's difficult packing raw eggs, right?
You know, it was so bad. Like after the egg incident, I I just packed my stuff and I went to George Square. Guess what? I still sang there. Like, I just turned on my speaker and
Like, I'm out already.
out already. So then I went to a bar. So I met a Nigerian person. He just was like, what's up? So he followed me to another bar. We just did some karaoke, and I think that was like a turning point. So I think the reward for that night, when I went to the bar, I sang a song called Use Somebody by Kings of Leon.
Yes, love that song.
And then before I go home, it did like almost 400k views. So I think it was just the universe telling me, like, I know they've stoned you eggs, but I'm going to promote you. Like, I think that was like my first viral video. You know?
400k is big.
Yeah, it was just like, people were like, who is this guy? His voice is, I love his voice.
Yeah.
So I just accepted the eggs, man.
Okay, fantastic. And so you started this journey, and there's something unique about your voice. So for those listening, hopefully you get to listen to Francis Bond here, and also go check him out on his Spotify and on his socials. You've got a very soft, beautiful, unique voice that is just calming.
Thank you.
Right? Would you accept sort of calming, relaxed, soulful voice?
Yeah.
That can just be played nice where someone wants to be in a calm mode, right?
Thank you.
So was that something you developed over the years around, I actually like this sound, or was that just your natural sound?
So let me say, the first time, like you were talking about when your dad bought the...
Yes.
So this time I went to Port Harcourt. My dad just bought this PC, and then there was like, you could record voices on computers.
Yes.
So I think he had this mic that he was using with the PC. So I just recorded my voice and it sounded good. Like,
okay, so before that you were not like in church choir or anything like that?
No, after that I joined the choir.
Okay, so before that, no. And around what you said, you're not going to talk about your age. Were you a teenager then, or
I was
primary?
Teenager.
Okay.
So I think I was singing the song and it just sounded like, is that my voice? It was just sounding like it was sounding husky, and it was just sounding, I was like, I like the sound of this. And that's just the first time I heard my recorded voice.
Okay.
But whatever people hear these days, I think it's just growth. It's like accumulation of all the songs I've listened to, like all the music I've played, from Two-Face to Jerry Cinnamon to Seal to Lighthouse Family to Lauryn Hill, Bob Marley. So at the end of the day, everything just mixes and just forms to what everybody hears now. So
okay, fantastic. And when because most of your performance, correct me if I'm wrong, but till date, most of your performance have been street performances, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you stand there, what vibe are you trying to create for those that are walking past, or those that are stopping? What do you want them to live with? What feeling do you want them to live with from listening to Francis Bond?
I want them to, because I do a lot of covers.
Okay.
I want them to hear a song that they've heard growing up and
just
connect and just be happy. Like, because I've seen people stop by, I'm like, that song, I used to play it for my girlfriend.
Taking me back.
So like this last Saturday, I was singing a song, Me and Mrs. Jones by...
Me and Mrs. Jones.
So the guy just stood and he's like, that song, he's from Edinburgh.
Song,
He was just so happy. Like, even when I posted it on Facebook, everyone was like, Francis, where did you find this song? Like, like this song. So I just like that feeling when people like remember the songs, and because I'm not like total perfectionist, but I try to do it as much as I can. So there's a time of listening to the song over and over again, so that you perform it a bit close to what the original performer did, so that when people hear it, they can hear what they've been hearing.
Okay.
So you don't spoil the songs.
Yeah.
So like, if I'm not ready for the songs, I won't do it.
Yep. And so moving away from
I've done almost 1,000 songs.
1,000 songs, okay.
I think so.
And I mean, I've our history. I've scrolled on your social media as well, so I know that sounds believable. And that my question is actually related to that, around how many performances do you think you've done on the street?
So if you calculate it, man, just imagine last year I was out every Saturday.
weekend. Yeah.
So
So that's at least 50.
That's at least 50. Then every time you're like 2 to 3 hours and you're doing about 50 to 60 songs.
Jeez, well, in that case, we've done 2,500 songs.
You know, that's a lot. And I don't like, I always like to like review my playlist, and because I can't keep posting the same song. So like even now I have like 10 new songs I want to learn.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. And are you also, not with the rise of Afrobeat and Nigerian music in the West? Because now when I'm in, let me think of a random place. I'm in Tesco, picking something up.
You hear Rema.
And Rema comes up. Let's not even say Rema, because Rema has sort of crossed over. Let's even think of someone that's not really crossed over, like Omale, who has not done something with someone from the West. I don't go, it's become normal.
Yeah, it's become normal. But before it was, there was a time I was in Amsterdam when I heard Mr. Easy, like, then this was like some years back. I just heard this your boy Easy. I was like, it felt good, but these days I just hear Rasta in JD store.
You don't react. So my point is, are you then also trying to cover, since we have that connection now between Afrobeat and the West, are you trying to cover that connection as well in your music?
I mean, sometimes I do like a Rema song when I'm busking, and I see people really like it. Like, maybe calm down, like they dance to it. So I do what I can, but it's not just like my primary assignment.
Yep.
You know, there's already enough ambassadors focused on that. So for me, I'm just a Nigerian singer doing this style of music.
Okay.
This like Western style.
Okay.
Because I can, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So take us on your journey then, because I want to assume you've not just been doing, is it busking it's called? You've not just been doing busking. You started from there. What journey have you been on around trying to grow your craft and grow your music career?
Okay, so I've tried to distinguish myself.
Okay.
So I've been writing and recording.
Okay.
So those songs have been like my diary.
Okay.
So like there's an EP called Happy Land.
Okay.
It has 4 songs. So if you listen to the songs, they're all stories of everything I experienced busking. So there's Echoes of George Square.
Okay.
There's
I think I've heard that.
Yeah, there's a line in the song that says, one day I was singing and a man walked up to me and he said, "You're going to be a rock star." Yeah.
Yes.
So it's just, and that day it was true. The man was from Australia and he just told me, was like,
is it Perth or something?
Yeah.
See, I listened.
You did, man. So he's like, you're sounding good. Like, you're going to be a rock star. I hope you remember me. So it's just like, if I had allowed that feeling to go, I'll just be telling you now. But now I have songs to show.
Almost like a diary.
Exactly. So the next album was Rent is Due. My rent was due and I started to write about it. And there's One Hit Wonder. On other nights where I was just feeling frustrated and I'm like, I'd rather be a one hit wonder than be unknown.
Yep.
So these are like songs, then the song Love of My Life. I wrote it for my wife, you know. You know, it's dead. Then the new song Love to Be a Scotsman, it was just a freestyle that I did last year on February 26th. And I posted it on TikTok. It was just like 1,200 views. But when I posted it on Facebook, I saw like 250k views. I'm like, what's going on? I posted it again. So I was like, okay, I need to record the song. And so that's how it is. Like, I keep documenting my experience through the songs. And
so it's interesting. You've said a few things there. You've said you've released albums, EPs, and all that. So this Rent is Due, Happy Life, and One Hit Wonder and all that, were they all in Scotland?
Yeah, everything.
Right. And so when you say you've released an album, are these albums we can find on, I guess, Spotify and the other streaming platforms?
They're all there.
Okay.
Every single one of them.
And then there was something you said at the end where you said a song was doing well, so you decided to record it.
Yes.
So when you say it was doing well, you mean you've just played it, but you've not actually gone to a
studio
to record.
I was just playing the guitar in my room.
Right.
And people were like
vibing with
laughing. Like the lyrics were just too funny. Like, so I actually produced it.
Okay.
And that's what we're promoting now.
Fantastic. And how has it been then with the Scottish? I guess most of your fans are Scottish.
Yeah.
How has it been engaging with them? Are you building a fan base, or so how is that journey going around cementing your brand from the grassroots up?
I'm building a community of like real people that really like what I'm doing. because they can see that it's sincere and
Mhm.
it's real. It's like it's from what they've told me, it's from the things I've heard, the slangs I hear on the street. So they can connect to me. They know they know what I can do, and they know like I can be funny, and they know I can be serious. They know I can be happy, and they know I can be calm. So it's just people that have grown with me, like from TikTok and Facebook. Shout outs to every one of them, and
Shout out.
yeah, and they're the ones that talk about me to their friends,
Okay.
and you know, when they see me in the train, they're like, "Give us a tune, give us a tune." I'm like, I'm not in that mood, man. I'm coming from work. They're like, "Give us a tune." So I'm like, "This is Francis." They said, "No, we want Mr. Commando." Like, so, yeah.
And this is all nice and well. What's the plan?
The plan?
Around where are you going? Or if you add, right, this is what I would like to achieve with my music as Mr. Commando, and this is the journey I want to be on. Are you on that journey? You said you've put out some albums. How are these albums doing? And also, you said, you know, you've got fan base now, a community that talk to their friends about you. Are you beginning to get clients? Is it clients, or are you being called as an artist to perform? Is there growth in that?
So I'm still
the last
I'm
4
still
years?
I'm still building that like fan base.
Yes.
You know, it's like it's in stages. So now they want to hear you, but the final stage is, can they come out to watch you? I mean, they can watch you on their phone, but the next level is for them to want to come out to watch you. It takes time to build that.
Okay.
So you need to have like more music.
Yep.
So that when they come out, they have stuff to sing.
Yep.
So that's what I'm building. I'm building that catalog of songs so
Okay.
that if I just start a song, like maybe I love to be a Scotsman, everybody just goes so that's what I'm building, because I see the streams. They're streaming the songs. They're learning the songs. And it's a process. Like before, I used to be in a haste, but now I have a plan. And it's just to keep releasing the music, building, being there for them, keep doing what I have to do, and so that whenever I'm like, I have a show, boom, put out the tickets, and whenever I'm ready for that, and you just sell out.
And then before the show, then are you also considering, I guess, wedding parties, that type of entertainment? Is that something you're currently doing or considering, or are you getting called for those ones?
I don't really attend those ones as much because of work, and I'm just taking my time, you know, and just I'm just focused on enjoying
the journey.
The journey. But I know it's going to get to a time where I have to like do it like maybe full time. It just depends, you know. It's more confusing when you have like several gifts. like if I was just an engineer and I'm like, okay, I'm just an engineer, but if you have the burden of music, and this one is saving lives. I mean, of course, engineering was saving lives, was saving the planet, but music is like deeper, on a deeper level.
Of course.
Like I've been singing and a woman is crying and she's like, I've not smiled in 4 years, but you're making me happy. Like, and I'm crying, I'm shedding tears too, because I can see in her eyes that it's real. Like, she doesn't know me.
You touch people at a level that you can't.
Exactly.
With anything else.
I can't do anything else, but just with my voice and your personality. So those things are priceless, and I feel like it's my purpose, like to use my voice to make people feel some type of way positively.
Okay. And this is all nice and well, and it's a purpose and all that, but you're a male entertainer.
Yeah.
You're a good-looking male entertainer.
I take that for a compliment.
Right.
Thank you.
How are you managing all that? I guess you're getting fan attention and all that. How are you managing that as an entertainer, still staying professional and, you know, focusing on your craft, you know, while you're navigating the streets of Glasgow?
That's a complex one, but I mean, it's like, I know they love the music and maybe they might find you attractive behind the music, but I know they've come out to hear the music, which is the reason why they've come out. So after the music, I'm gone. So after the show, I'm gone, man. So I'm not really around for extras.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that's how I
You
don't.
yourself do your thing.
Yeah,
then-
my
yeah.
guy is like
Yep.
he's always there to look out for me. So
Okay. And it's funny you said your guy, because I was going to ask around team. Do you have a team around you that is supporting your craft? So someone looking after your social media,
yeah,
someone looking
sure.
after all these
The
other
emails
things.
and
Yep,
stuff.
Yep,
Mhm.
yep. And you've relocated from Nigeria for masters and sustainability, and you're doing what you're doing now. I'm sure there are a lot of people out there that are in a similar position to you, where they're engineers or doctors or accountants. However, they can sing, but they don't know how to express that beyond being in a choir in church or something like that. So for those people, if you could give one or two advice, what would you say to them around maybe what they can do to start that journey around putting themselves out there, or just expressing themselves as an individual rather than as part of a choir or a group?
They can just start with their phones.
Okay.
And just go live sometimes.
Okay. That's on social media.
Yeah.
Right.
Go live sometimes. See how people react to
Okay.
their voice, and just take feedback from what people are saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I was telling my wife the other day, I said, I'm glad I don't have talents like music or painting or all these things, because if I have that talent, just the way my brain works,
Yeah.
and I don't peak with that talent. So for example, let's say I'm a painter and I don't get to that point where my painting is really valued. I'll feel like I failed.
You feel like you failed.
And in that way, from that point of view, I'm always, should I say, grateful that I don't have talent. I'm just, I'm an accountant. I'm good at my accounting, and then that's it. Because then that way, that one, I know what I'm doing. I know what I need to do to solve and progress in my career. Unlike when you have this talent, there's no pathway
Yeah.
to success. You can paint all you want. You can be the best painter in the world, but if you're not going to blow, you're not going to blow. Or you can be a musician. So I always feel a sense of I feel bad for those guys that have talents, because I know a few folks, right, that can sing. I mean, you're already putting out your content, but they're not putting out their content, but they can sing. So whenever they get a chance, we're in a small gathering, they just open their mouth and they just belt out this thing. And you think,
like, what are you doing?
wow, what a shame that the world can't get to hear that. So I mean, how being an artist, going on that journey to wherever it is you want to go to, how are you managing? I don't know if there's a frustration. Maybe there isn't, because you said you're just sort of taking it one step at a time. But how are you managing that? I know I can operate here, but this is where I'm operating, but I'll just keep working. How are you managing that journey?
There's a frustration that comes with the numbers.
Yep.
So for example, you see like everybody's singing my song,
Yes.
but you now check like the back end on the streams, and you
Yep.
see like 500 streams.
Yep.
But I mean, like, just think about it. If 500 people are in a room with you, that's a lot.
Mm-mm.
So why are you taking 500 streams for granted?
Yep. That's
It's
500
put
people.
put it in perspective. Like, can you imagine being in a room
Yep.
of 500 people singing your song?
Yep.
It's because you're thinking about like, I want 5 million streams. Like, like these are just numbers. My focus is on human beings. Like when I got that revelation, like more people know you than your followers. The followers are just decided to
the ones
click
that decided, yes,
to click that
that
button.
is true. A lot of people are just popping in.
More people
popping
know
out.
you, than your followers. Because I've met people that say, "Oh, I know the Black Scottish guy," the Black Scottish Awards guy. So once I had that revelation, I'm like, so these numbers are just for the metrics that the world uses to measure your success. But the true success is, for me, is when people have actually understood what I put out there, like the music, and they're vibing to it, like,
Yep.
To me, that's where the success starts from. So if I have that, then I can start thinking about the numbers and doing maybe adverts and all that. But I don't want to be sad, because it's depressing thinking about the numbers.
Yeah. And do you have a support network around you? So when I say support, I'm not talking about people posting on social media now, but just people giving you that mental support, because it can be a lonely journey, right? So sometimes you're looking at numbers, you're like, this is crazy, man. Like, I'm better than this. Do you have people around you that will say, oh, no, don't worry, it's fine, blah, 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 because it can be mentally
I think I draw my support from God, man.
God, okay.
So like every morning, 6 o'clock, I'm just alone in that realm, just talking, just asking for help. You know, that's where I get my help from. Not really from anybody.
From anyone. Okay. And with regards to your music as well, I'm just thinking, apart from getting the streams, where you then get paid by the stream, the platform, are there other ways you can generate income? Again, this is for you and for those listening to us that are thinking of music. So is there the licensing part where you can license your song or copyright? I don't know, something.
Yes,
like
there's like, it's a full business. It's just that I'm not in it full time because of work. But if it's full time, there's a lot. Like you can sell merchandise. You can. I mean, there was a line in the song that says, I mentioned Iron Brew, and I posted it on TikTok. And yesterday, Iron Brew was like, great jam. So stuff like that, like, just imagine they're like, okay, Francis, want to use this line where you mentioned our brand. So there's a lot of ways to like exploit the music, and it's a lot. Yeah,
because the way my brain works, right, I always look at things from a different point of view, right? So this sounds like a coaching session. It's good. So I've seen a lot of documentaries where people have come from outside and just broken into places that are established, and they've rewritten the rule. And I always enjoy those documentaries. These are regular people like you and I. They've just come with a different perspective. They just come with, why are we doing it this way?
Why are we doing this way?
Let's try this way. And then everybody throws stones at them like, you need to do this, how it works. And then eventually everybody's like, why are we not doing the other guys doing it? And eventually the system changes. The culture, So and I'm not a music person, and I may say things that may make you go, shut up, Enoch, you don't know what you're talking about. But again, it's just thinking outside the box, right? Around, okay, this is how you can become successful as an artist, or this is how you can generate income as an artist. However, are there other ways that I can potentially do something outside the box? So, for example, you mentioned Embrew getting in touch with you to say this and that, and you can say, okay, getting in touch with Embrew to say, listen, I can actually license that song to you, or whatever. I don't know how the world works, and that song essentially becomes yours for, speak a random number, 1K or 2K or something. And just doing things differently to how, because it's difficult, especially when, as you said, with age and everything, you're not your standard breakout artist, right? So it's now thinking, what can I use in my own world? How can I work in my own, using my own realities to still achieve the success, whatever success is for you, to still achieve that success. So I don't know if that's something you're thinking of, rather than thinking, okay, as an artist or in the music industry, this is how the music industry works, so we need to go and conform, because by trying to conform, it's freaking hard. It's hard because that way is already set and they have their rules, and sometimes it's difficult to break into those rules. But it's you that going, and again, this is something I'm saying is because I've done it in my own life, where I've just come, I'm freaking. So for example, I've got these events, this athletics competition. I was telling you I was going to recruit your kids for athletics. I've got this athletics competition coming up next month, right? Where my son has been going to athletics competition, and whenever I go there, there's a way it's done, and there's nothing wrong in it. But then I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, this can be done better. And then I've come with a new lens view of, I'm going to plan my own athletics competition the way I want it to go, right? Very different to how it's done. And, you know, a lot of people that are in athletics, when I tell them what I'm thinking, they're going, yeah. But I know deep in their head, they're thinking,
they don't believe.
What's this guy talking about, man? Because I'm talking of halftime show, like the American NFL, what's it called? Super Bowl. There'll be halftime show, get dancers in there, they'll dance, they'll be...
Make it more interesting.
Yeah, like when people come, they're not just seeing people running. They're seeing people running. Then take a minute, we can see this as well, see that's happening.
Some entertainment with it.
So that's what I'm trying to do. And that's how my own brain works. And it's hard because I get a lot of rejection. But then I've got thick skin. I can take 100 rejections and just keep going until I get my first yes. Same right? Not everybody can take that. So again, it's just, sorry, I've really deviated. So it's just thinking around, thinking outside how the music industry works, and thinking, how can I break my own way in based on my own characteristics and my own reality,
reality.
type of thing. I don't know.
Thanks for that, man.
Just rambled on there.
But it's good. It's good conversation,
Yeah.
because now that you mentioned it, like, I mean, I've always thought about how to maximize where I am and, you know, my realities too. So it's good you spoke about
Yeah.
it.
No
Something
worries.
I need to think about.
No worries at all. And
Yeah.
you know, just now that, how many more minutes? 10 more minutes. Okay. So now that you're where you are on your journey with your music, and you're where you are with your career, how are you managing those? Because I guess the music has grown since you started, and I guess your career has grown as well. How are you managing all that with everything else in life? And still being able, finding the space to be creative and finding the space to actually create the music and make the music.
So now it's more about being intentional and allocating the time
Okay.
accurately. So it's like, if I'm going to, like this Saturday, I'm going to be at the studio from like maybe 10 to 12 to like 2. I might be busking. So just see how arranged it is. And maybe 2 to 4, I might be home. You know, 4 to 6, might just be watching TV with the kids. So it's just like, it makes you...
Everything is
structured.
structured.
Because on Sunday we're going to Manchester to open for the Whiskey Brothers. It's
Okay.
a British
Okay.
band. So
Okay.
so just like that, it's now you can't just waste your time.
You
That's
can't leave
why,
it to happenstance.
yeah, that's why these days, like, if it's not family or something important, like, I don't really have time for it, because I'd rather just spend the time with the kids. And
Yeah,
because they're always
yeah.
telling me, even today when I was coming here, they're like, "You're going out again?" You know, I'm like, I should pay your bills though. Yeah, so it's just, I just found that the 24 hours is enough.
Yep.
But now you can't waste it.
Yep.
Like before that, you just be.
Yep.
Now you have to use every second.
No, Francis, I really relate to what you've said, right? Around, I guess I'm similar to you in the sense that there's a lot on my plate, right?
Yeah.
And then there's the family, and then there's the me as well that I want to look after me. So I was chatting to someone and I was like, I can't have a normal life. I can't be going to someone's 32nd birthday. You know, I'm just not going to go, because I'd rather use that time to just rest.
Yeah.
Or do something with my kids. I actually love spending time with my kids, right? So I guess it's similar to you. Around time is so precious. There's only so thin you can spread it, to the point where you have to say no to a lot of things, like, I'm not coming to that gathering, I'm not doing that, I'm not doing that. However, I need to do that. I need to go to Manchester to go open, and I need to spend that time with my kids because it's their 10th birthday, that kind of stuff. But moving slightly away from that, you've been busking, but then you've had a few big events as well, where people were not just passing by, where it was a standstill crowd.
Yeah.
Can you share some of the experiences you've had in that space?
So sometimes it just happens like magic. Like, so let me tell you how it happens. You come out with your speakers, you pull it, you set up, you just start. It's cold, you know. You start. No woman, no cry, and then there's sometimes for like 35 minutes nobody cares. But that's where your persistence comes in. Like, you just keep doing it. Then it's just like a curve. There's a time where it just peaks, and you just see that there's a lot
Something's
of people.
happened.
Before I know it, there's just this massive crowd, and then that's when you have to capitalize on it, because the next song after that must bang. You can't just play a slow song after that. So whenever the crowd is there like that, you have to now use your intelligence and be like, okay, the people want to dance. You look for, like, I just check YouTube. I'm like, okay, put this. The way they just hear the instrumental, no, they're just going wild, you know. So I feel like I'm like a DJ there on the street, but just that I'm singing. The DJs are on the deck. So I'm just looking at the people, and when they are ready to party, I know. So when they're ready to just reminisce, and I just sing the slower song. So
Okay.
but it's a lovely feel. I told my friends, like, whenever I'm busking, I don't feel I'm on the streets. I feel like I'm in a concert.
Okay.
I feel like where I'm standing is the stage.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Interesting. I guess that ties into my next question then, around, or maybe you've answered it, where you've actually been invited to perform, maybe to a big crowd or to a crowd. what was that like for you, going from being on the streets to actually now you are a guest artist?
It was a good feeling, like in London, Coco Camden, opening for Johnny Drill, when Don Jazzy, Tiwa Savage, everybody was there, like, and you just smash. And I'm playing an original song, and the people are singing. I'm like, how did it? Like, the song is just easy, and they're singing along, and it was just too good. Like, I've played in St. Luke's with like 750 people.
Okay.
I mean, it's a good feeling, like when they're now in the room.
Yes.
But it's not so different for me because that's what I see on the street.
Yep.
So when I sit in the room, it's just
warmer.
Just warmer, yeah, exactly. But to me, it's like my mindset is like
still the same thing. Yeah,
the same,
just
like,
I'm on the stage.
I give them the same quality.
Yeah.
Like on the street, I don't give them less of a real performance, even if it's free.
Yep.
Do you know?
Yep.
So.
Fantastic. Okay, so we're coming to the end of the show, right? And we've got a tradition here where we ask a guest to leave an advice for our next guest, right? Without necessarily knowing who the next guest is, just an advice that they would give someone. So our last guest,
excuse me,
their advice. I'm sorry. Excuse you. I don't know what to say when people cough. What do you say when people cough?
I mean, in this country, I think you just leave them. Because when I came at first, when I see people fall, I'm like, sorry, like, that was me. So they don't see sorry in the UK.
Okay, then. So their advice to you is learn to relax and enjoy life. And I think that relates to you to an extent, you know, with everything you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Finding that place to relax and enjoy life.
Very important.
It's important because let's assume you find success, let's assume 20 years from now.
Yeah.
So does that mean you've not enjoyed your life until that time?
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So it's finding enjoyment in the everyday, which I think you're already doing, but maybe according to this advice, be intentional about it. Like, you know, I want to just enjoy whatever it is that I'm doing. So that was the advice for you. So on that note, what's your advice for our next guest?
Don't just be nice, be kind. There's a difference. So being nice is like maybe, for example, telling you your glasses is cute. That's being nice. But being kind is like, is it clear enough? Like, I have like a glass wipe, I can give you to clean it so that you can see clearer. So so like, don't just be nice to people, be kind to people. Like, it just makes the world a better place.
And I think that essentially captures the essence of Mr. Francis Bond, is giving people that good feeling. Maybe it's on the streets or at an event, or when he's opening for Johnny Drill. Your content, the vibe you're giving, and even the lyrics is around let people live feeling better. Even if it's just 1% better. That's the essence of your music.
Exactly.
So thank you very much. And before we close, another tradition is you've got an opportunity. We're now switching the table around, and we guess you're the host to ask one question. So go for it. And if you don't have any, then it's fine.
Do I have a question? How does it feel to be the father of an athlete?
It's enjoyable. It's not frustrating. It's lots of emotions. Yeah, I think that's what I would say. So you enjoy the highs. The highs will come and you'll enjoy it. Like, yeah, well done, man. Like, it's not even about winning races. It's about what they call PB, personal best. So you run 100 meters today, 15 seconds. Run it tomorrow, 14 seconds, 14.99 seconds. That's growth. You've won because you've beaten yourself yesterday, right? Okay. So we all celebrate. Well done. And then the person that just did 14.99 today goes 3 months from now and they do 15.8. Right? It doesn't make sense because they should be improving every day. They're getting stronger and everything. And that's the journey of athletics. Yeah. So, but then for me, it's not even for me, it's more for him, because then there's that frustration of, but I'm training hard. I'm working hard. Why am I not getting the results? And for me, as a father, as a parent, is just helping on that journey because my son, he is very competitive. So helping him to enjoy the journey. Yeah. Advise as much as I can. Feel sad for him as much as I can, but then just celebrate those big moments as well. And highlight those big moments for him when they come to say, let's enjoy this moment. This is a big moment, because another what's it called, trough or valley is around the corner. So yeah, it's an enjoyable journey.
Yeah,
I enjoy it. So that's what it feels like. It's especially when the kid is enjoying it and we've got the time to support the kid. Then
great response.
It's an enjoyable one. Thank you very much. And on that note, that will be everything from us, from Moment with Sade and Enoch. Another drum roll for Francis Bond.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
Who's joined us, who's left the streets as Mr. Commando to join us this evening. And you can find his music on Spotify, Francis Bond, or is it Mr. Commando?
Yeah, Francis
Bond. That's D with double D. And you're on TikTok as well?
Yeah, it's the same.
You're on Instagram. So it's Francis Bond, double D,
B-O-N
across all the social media. So you can listen to his music, you can support him. And as a previous client, you can invite him to perform at your events as well. He will deliver either old tunes or new tunes. And that's everything we have on the show today. Until next time, thank you very much.
Thank you.
My head is banging. Call me a doctor. 'Cause this pain I feel just won't go away. I drank a bottle, down the martini. But when the liquor left, she came back again. Hey, Mr. Doctor, what's my prescription? 'Cause this ain't no ordinary love. Here's a bit patient. Here's your prescription. One shot of her and you'd be okay. Overdose, 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 overdose. I might just get an overdose. Overdose, 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 overdose. I might just get an overdose. 'Cause you are the rhythm in my soul. I don't want no alcohol. No alcohol. I'm floating in your love like a midnight sun. And I don't want your love to be my best regret. Oh, yeah. 'Cause no rehab, no reset. Oh no, don't want this. 'Cause I'm gonna drown in your love. Say my name, say your name. Oh girl, I'm Commando. Overdose, overdose, overdose. I might just get an overdose. Overdose, 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 overdose. I might just get an overdose. How can I find my way when you keep turning me around? Like a lost ship in the ocean. Yeah, we just need one conversation. Overdose, 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 overdose. I might just get an overdose.